Hours after the Supreme Court rules that Texas immigration law can take effect, it is now back on hold. And charges have been dropped against the father of a late Marine after being arrested at the State of the Union. The Morning Rundown starts now.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world. This is the Morning Rundown.
Today is Wednesday, March 20th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. A controversial Texas immigration law is once again on hold, just hours after the Supreme Court ruled Senate Bill 4 could take effect in what became a whirlwind of rulings in a 24-hour period. The Fifth Court of Appeals ruled late Tuesday that the Texas law, which gives local law enforcement the power to arrest migrants who cross the border illegally, should remain on pause. The court is scheduled to hear oral arguments today on whether the hold should continue as the Biden administration's appeal plays out. The administration arguing SB 4 is unconstitutional. The law briefly went into effect on Tuesday after the Supreme Court's ruling, but during that time, Texas authorities did not announce any arrests. Under the law, those taken into custody have the choice to agree to leave the U.S. or face prosecution. Mexico's government was quick to react after the high court's ruling, saying it would refuse to take anyone back who is ordered to cross the border. As the future of Texas immigration law is still unclear, a similar bill passed the state house in Iowa. That bill now heads to Governor Kim Reynolds' desk and, if signed, would take effect in July. In Ohio's high-stakes primary elections on Tuesday, former President Donald Trump's influence was front and center. Trump's endorsed candidates, Bernie Moreno and Derek Barron, won their primaries, setting the stage for November's key battles. Moreno, a businessman, beat out competitors to face Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown, while Barron overcame his opponent to challenge U.S. Representative Marcy Kaptur. These races are crucial as they could tip the balance of power in Washington. Both incumbents are seen as vulnerable in a state leaning more Republican. Moreno, in his victory speech, praised Trump and called for unity against Brown, labeling him an enabler of President Joe Biden's agenda. Brown, aiming for re-election, responded on X, saying, quote, "Moreno has spent his career and campaign putting himself first." Charges have been dropped against the father of a Marine who was killed during the United States withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021 after the father shouted his son's name at President Biden during the State of the Union address. Here's how it sounded.
To state the obvious, all Americans deserve the freedom to be safe, and America is safer today than when I took office. The year before I took office, murder rates went up 30%. 30% they went up. The biggest increase in history. It was then.
After being warned several times by Capitol Police to stop shouting, Steve McHugh was removed from the House chamber and arrested. Authorities say disrupting Congress is illegal. However, on Tuesday night, it was learned D.C.'s Attorney General has dropped all charges against the Gold Star father. Officials with the Attorney General's office telling Fox News it decided not to prosecute this time, just as they have in cases with other protesters in the past. McHugh was reported to be thrilled and humbled over the news. Saudi Arabia is looking to be at the forefront of the artificial intelligence revolution. According to a report from the New York Times, the Saudi government is planning to create a $40 billion fund to invest in AI. The Times reporting in recent weeks, representatives of the country's public investment fund have had discussions with American venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz with the possibility of the firm setting up an office in Saudi Arabia. The country's AI push is said to start in the second half of this year. The Times says this would make Saudi Arabia the largest investor in artificial intelligence in the world. Authorities in South Korea believe a bomb threat targeted at Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani is not credible. Police did not find any explosives at the stadium in Seoul, the site of Major League Baseball's opening day game this morning between the Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. The Seoul series marks the first time MLB is holding regular season games in South Korea. According to authorities, someone claiming to be a Japanese lawyer sent an email to the South Korean consulate in Canada saying a bomb would be detonated during that game. Police believe this same person was behind multiple threats last year. MLB releasing a statement saying they, along with local police, continue to monitor the situation. Ohtani is making his official debut with the Dodgers today after signing a 10-year, $700 million contract with the team last year. Finally this morning, there's reason to smile if you live in Finland, topping the list of happiest countries in the world yet again. Meanwhile, it's not such happy news for the United States, which has fallen out of the top 20. It's the first time in the 12 years Gallup has conducted its World Happiness Report that the U.S. didn't earn a spot in the top 20, coming in this year at number 23. Gallup says that's partly due to Americans under the age of 30 not feeling happy about their lives. Gallup says the U.S. does rank in the top 10 when just looking at Americans 60 and older. As for Finland, this is the 7th year in a row it was named the happiest country. Gallup releasing the report to coincide with the United Nations International Day of Happiness, which is being observed today. These are your top stories for this Wednesday. Unbiased, straight facts. That's Straight Arrow News. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.